Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TasteBuds. New year, new episode, so let's get to it. What do you got for us here today?
All right, well, today we're going to Ireland, and we've got some Jameson Crested Irish whiskey. So we were in Ireland recently and went on the Jameson tour, and this was one of them that we tried, the Crested, and we brought some home with us because this isn't available in the United States, and so we liked it and brought some home with us.
Perfect. I am ready to try it. Cheers, my friend. That's good. That is smooth.
It's really smooth. I like it. It's definitely it's on the milder side, but it's complex enough to keep you interested, but definitely an easy drinker.
Yeah. No, definitely. It definitely has that Jameson smell to it. But like smoother than the regular. Not as and not bitter or anything.
Yeah, and apparently this one, it's finished in sherry casks, which gives it a little bit of that unique flavor. And that was apparently part of the reason why they didn't sell it in the United States originally, just because the sherry casks were apparently, a lot more expensive than just your oak casks. So they never really brought it to market here. And I think they should now, but for whatever reason they haven't. And so it's kind of a unique thing to have here and something kind of nice for the collection.
Yeah, no, that's definitely good. So it's 80 proof, but it's got a good kick to it. Yeah,
it's got a nice spice. It's got just the right amount of spice in it where it doesn't linger too long.
Yeah,
but like I said, it gives a little bit of that complexity to it that I like.
Yeah, no, it's not as sweet. I think that's what I was thinking. It's not as sweet as the regular Jameson. Definitely, when you mentioned spice, definitely more spice. But it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, like it.
Did you try this one there in like any of the pubs or anything before you bought it, or did you just buy it?
So this was one of them we did at the distillery. So when we went on the distillery tour, they had I think they had like 4 different ones down there. They had the regular Jameson, the Jameson Black. They had another special release. I don't remember the name of it. And then they had the Crested. And so we had them kind of all laid out in front of us. We had a flight of them, and we just tried each one. And they talked about them a little bit, on the history of each one of them. And for the most people, the black one was kind of their favorite that they had. And that's the one that everybody, called out for being the one they liked the most. But both Nicole and I really liked this one. Like I said, the black was good, but it was a little bit too peppery, a little bit, the harshness was a little bit too over the top without getting to enjoy the rest of the flavors that went along with it. And this was kind of well balanced. And so we wanted to get something to represent going there and the tour and everything. And just the fact that we couldn't get this one here, and it had that uniqueness to it that we decided to bring with us.
All right. Nice. Yeah, I've had the black a long time ago. I don't really remember it. But I don't remember liking it as much as this one, or as easy to drink as this one.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's it's just a little step above the regular Jameson, as far as like you said, the regular Jameson's a little bit sweeter. It's easy to drink also, but I think this brings just a little bit more complexity, a little bit more flavors than what you would get in the basic Jameson.
Nice. And what's the what's the price point for this then compared to the others?
This one's actually really reasonable. I think it's around $26. Oh. So yeah, not bad at all. It was probably I think that was the cheapest thing I brought back from the airport. So, and all the stuff there, you get it in the airport, and it's all very reasonably priced. They have like a crazy duty free shop there with I don't even remember the number. They have at least 300 whiskeys there in the airport alone.
Oh, wow.
And you can go online and you can order them ahead of time. So when you're getting ready to leave the country, you actually place your order through the app. All the stuff that you want from the shop, and they'll actually have it bagged up and ready to go. So you just show up at the airport, go to the duty-free shop and tell them your name, and they just hand you the bags. They're already kind of sealed up and ready to go through the airport checkpoints and stuff. So one thing we did find out was that you actually have to have them out of your bags when you go through the checkpoint. So because it was the international flight, we'd gone through the initial security check, but then you have to go through the second one. And because it's the liquids and everything else, you have to have it out of the bag. So they actually, the duty-free shop wrapped it up very nicely in these clear bags. And we just thought, oh, that's nice of them, but we'd shoved them in our suitcases anyway. And then when we got to security, they said, oh, no, you have to have all that stuff out. So we had to take everything out of the bags and lay it out. And we had quite the haul. So it was kind of entertaining. But.
Yeah. you guys are the ones holding up the line with all the bottles?
Yes, absolutely. But no problems getting through. And luckily, they've increase the amount you can bring into Utah over the last couple of years.
Oh, good.
So we maxed that out. I think it was like you can bring back 9 liters a person into the state, but you can only, it's kind of complicated because it's like 9 liters per person, but then in your carry-on, you're only supposed to have like 5 per. So we were still able to make it work out and max it out and get home with a good haul.
Nice. So remember, everybody, keep your bottles out when you're going through the second checkpoint.
The international checkpoint, yes.
There you go. Save some time, and don't piss off everybody behind you for holding up the line.
Absolutely.
Would you recommend a tour like the distillery tour for Jameson if anyone were to go out there?
Absolutely. We did the Jameson tour. We also did the Guinness tour. And I would definitely recommend the Jameson tour over Guinness. Not that the Guinness one was bad, but the Guinness one was so over the top commercialized, and it was just like cattle being run through with the whole process. It was kind of this free, you could just go in and you were basically doing a self-guided tour on the different levels, but there were just so many people there. And it's like just, and it's not that Guinness isn't a good product. It's just like there's just so much just based on that one product, and I'm not like a huge fan of Guinness, so it was still nice to go. Mm-hmm. But if I was to go back and do it again, I'd probably skip the Guinness tour and just stick with that. But the Jameson one is great. I mean, the tour guides were just super knowledgeable and friendly, and they made it more of an experience, and they really kind of engaged with everybody.
How many types of the Jameson do you think you tried when you were on that tour?
Probably about 6 different ones. It's amazing how many different ones they have. You wouldn't think of it, but they have quite a few varieties, and I know you can get some of them around here. I've never really, I've honestly didn't try them before when they were here. I think all I had was the regular Jameson here, but lots of different ones. The tour only focused on kind of their main 4. And like I said, they had all the specialty ones, but when you go on the tour, you get a ticket for like 1 free drink when you get back to the bar, but anything else on top of that, you have to pay for. So you kind of want to be selective on what you're doing and, focus on the things you really want to try.
Nice. All right. So I think that's it for this little Jameson bottle, the Crested Jameson, straight from Ireland.
Yes.
All right, we are back. So continuing on with the Irish theme, we have here some poitin, right? Some poitin, which so Brandon, you tasted some of the poitin in Ireland. Mm-hmm. You didn't bring any home with you, and then you had to get this when you got home. You had this shipped. Is that right?
Yeah. So we our last night in Ireland, we were staying at this nice hotel in Dublin, and we went to the restaurant of the hotel and just kind of looking for unique offerings, what they had on their drink menu, and they had this poitin listed, and I didn't know anything about it at the time, and so I tried it, and the one I tried there I enjoyed. It was unique, it was different, but I did enjoy it, and so I tried to get some there before I left, and there wasn't any places around Dublin that I could find it. And so when I got home, I just found places I could source some from, and ended up getting this. And this one isn't the one that I actually tried at the restaurant. This is a different one. I do have the one that I tried at the restaurant as well. This is one that kind of a standard one that they have, but I haven't tried this one yet, so I have no idea what this one tastes like. Apparently, they're all fairly unique and quite different from one another. So it'll be interesting to see what it's all about.
But kind of generally speaking, poitin is closer to like a vodka instead of a whiskey. Is that right?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I'm not I don't know all of the technicalities of it, other than it's more like moonshine. It's an Irish moonshine, and it's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. It used to be just made by farmers and stuff, just in pot stills, and that's what poitin means, is basically a pot stilled. But they made it for years on the farms, kind of backwoods sort of thing, and it was illegal for a long time, and then they made it legal again, and so now you see like all these various distilleries that are actually putting it out for commercial sales. And right, it's pot stilled using root vegetables, so like similar to vodka, they use potatoes in it, but they also use a lot of other combination of things, different root vegetables. There's certain requirements for what they can put in it to create the mash basically that's in there. So it's different. It's definitely more complex than a vodka. I mean, there's definitely a lot more spice and flavors and stuff involved in it, but yeah, distilled similar.
Cool. Sounds interesting. I'm ready to try it,
All right.
Okay, so that is different.
Yeah.
Not vodka-ish like I thought it would be. I don't know how to describe that.
No, in fact, if I was gonna compare it to anything, it almost seems similar to Genever, which is like a Dutch gin, which is, it's like the original gin. It's got kind of that same profile. It's definitely different than I expected. The one that I had at the restaurant was definitely spicier, had more peppery notes in it, definitely more complexity to it. This is a little bit more basic, but not in a bad way. And I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad the way it tastes, because I thought originally it'd be a little more maybe syrupy, or maybe a little more kind of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
There's not a ton going on. It's kind of interesting. It's like it's not bland.
Yeah.
But it's also maybe a little bit creamy.
Okay. Yeah, I can taste that. It's a little. Yeah, it's a little. I just do not know how to describe it. It's something.
It's not harsh by any means.
No.
It's pretty mellow.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like it.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, it's not bad. It's not good.
Okay.
It's kind of bland. It's just kind of alcohol.
And I think, like I said, they're all very unique, and at least from what I've researched on them, this one in particular is more of kind of a middle of the road, not too exciting offering. But it's also a decent kind of entry into poitins. Because like I said, the one that I had was definitely had more going for it than this one did. But I'm not unhappy with it. I mean, I have 2 bottles of the stuff, so I'm gonna have to drink it at some point. Apparently, there's cocktails and stuff that you can make with this, and some of the bars in Ireland they feature some of the poitin and some kind of unique cocktails with it. But I haven't tried any, so maybe that would be a good use for it if you don't like drinking it straight. But
yeah, no, I think I don't think I would drink this one straight again. Maybe depending on the mixers, maybe I would go that way with it.
Fair enough. Well, maybe next time we'll try one of the other ones and see if you change your mind.
Yeah. This one is a 80 proof, so nothing too crazy. It's Mad March Hare, which
Yeah, we have these nice little
same
mugs.
with the cups.
Yep.
So you got a good package with it.
Yeah, and typically because this was like moonshine, so most of your kind of if they were to make it on the farm, or you were to get like actual traditional moonshine with that, it would typically be a lot stronger than this.
Right.
This is, like I said, I think this has been toned down a little bit and made a little bit more commercially viable. That people can get and drink, and like I said, maybe introduce them to poitin, but. Into where maybe they'll try some other ones, and more distilleries are coming out with this in Ireland. So there's going to be more offerings as it goes along, and hopefully, some more unique and better options going forward with that.
And then, so you said like each brand, I guess, is the flavors kind of vary. Is that kind of back to its moonshine history, you think?
Oh yeah, I'm sure, because like I said, similar to a lot of your whiskeys and other liqueurs, you can have lots of different mashes and blends and stuff with those. And while they limit it to specific, root vegetables like potatoes and beets, and, also like I think they include like grains like cereal and stuff in there. There's certain ingredients they can use, but they can certainly use those in different ratios. And there's a lot of different mixing they can do with that.
Right.
And so, I think there is going to be a wide variance with that as far as the taste goes.
Okay. What's the price point around for this bottle? And this is the entry level, right?
Yeah, this is fairly entry level. There's a couple of them right now. Poitin isn't one of those things, like it's not going to command a high price because there just isn't a desire for it that high. So most of them are around the $30-$35 range. I think the one that I had at the restaurant, I think that was around 40-ish. Around there when I got that one. Okay. So nothing too extreme right now. I think it's priced about right for its availability and what it takes to make it. And so I doubt we'll see it go up anytime soon.
Yeah. Unless some celebrity backs in.
Yes.
Jacks the price up because of that.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, okay. So would you buy this bottle again?
No,
no,
no, and not like I said, not because it's bad. It's an easy drinker, but I'm looking for things that are unique and bring something that I'm going to enjoy long term, right? And this is fairly bland.
Yeah,
it's not bad. I could just sit there and drink this bottle and not have any problems with it, but it's not going to be something I'm going to reach for, go to, because I'm not going to desire it in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to find some kind of unique uses for this, and like I said, maybe this would be a good one to try in some cocktails and stuff, just to try a few things out, or just to give to people who've never had it to try.
Yeah.
But outside of that, no, I wouldn't get it again.
Okay. So there are cocktails that specifically call for this, though, then?
Yeah, well, so yeah, there's stuff that's been developed recently. So like I said, there's a couple Irish bars that, specialize in some of this. In fact, the one that I had at the restaurant, that's was created by somebody who runs a bar somewhere in Dublin there, who kind of features poitin, and various cocktails and various types and stuff. And so I haven't tried them. I haven't looked them up to see what they are. But I am interested to, now that I've opened the bottle, and, maybe try something out.
Yeah, no. I think, for me, drinking it straight I probably wouldn't do, but,
Not even with ice?
No, probably not even with ice. But once you start mixing with other stuff, who knows? Because like last time when we tried that mezcal,
oh yeah,
I didn't particularly like it alone. But then when you made that drink, the Last of the Hawkins,
yeah, that was a good drink.
The drink was really good.
That's true.
So I don't know. Maybe one day if you make me a mixed drink with this, then maybe I'll enjoy it a little more.
All right, fair enough.
Cool. Well, I think that's it for this.
Yep.
Pick up some Jameson Crested.
Yes.
Jameson Crested. I would definitely recommend some poitin.
Not so much.
Not so much. At least this brand. Again, they all vary, so maybe there is a better one that I might like. But this one, the
Mad March Hare.
The Mad March Hare, I probably would not drink.
Fair enough.
We'll see you guys later.